Welcome back to Pacific Drive. Last episode, one of my viewers, I think it was the Pluff, told me that the next story mission on the list was actually a pretty cool one. This is the one where I need to try to get through the inner wall. And to do that, I need to install this shield device that I have to constantly recharge while using it, while penetrating that wall. And that sounds exciting and a little hair-raising and scary, but it also sounds like a thing that will be fun to stream. So I just have to remember where I put that thing. I think it's in here. Yes. Here is the limb shield. All right, so right now I've got my back bumper is actually this semi-shield device that I can use to drive away little spiky bunny guys that try to attach themselves to my car like barnacles. So I want to keep that on for most of the time, and I don't want to, like, damage the limb shield. So I'm going to stick the limb shield in my roof storage, bring it with me, but I'm not going to install it until the right time out in the field. And just to make sure, I've got all of my replenishment gear, my big fuel tank, my battery charger, all my food and my meds, my an extra light bulb. Over here, I've got all my repair gear. I've got road flares coming out of every orifice. So I think we're in pretty good shape. I don't know if I've got anything in here. No. Okay, so this is all ready for cargo. My roof rack has, again, just got... Honestly, I'm probably over-prepared. I have way too much stuff. I do not need all this stuff. So I'm not actually sure. So let's go and kick off the mission. I'm not actually sure if we're going to do all of this in one episode, because when I select this destination... I mean, there's a lot of places to pass through. The quickest way to go is through here, and then I guess here? Though I don't know what the yellow means. Like, it's not selectable. And so I'm not sure... Does that just mean I can't select it as my first destination? But then why can I select this? Ooh, is that what this highway sign means? Does the highway sign mean I can skip this step as I'm choosing my route? Because once I get on the road, if I can... Oh, and you can't actually see the highway sign, but I don't want to move my head in case I need to... So I've been having this problem lately where I think my Elgato has developed a little bit of a delay on it, so that the audio that comes through from the game is almost a second off from the audio as coming from my face. And so whenever I edit this stuff later for YouTube, I end up needing to sort of like offset my own talking with the offset my head video from the gameplay video. So if I move my head, that actually makes it really, really complicated. So I'm not going to move my head. So unfortunately, there's a little highway sign behind my head right here. It looks like this one. There's a little highway sign behind my head here, and it is it's this sort of grayed out color. So I'm just not sure what the different, like, why did these ones look selectable? These ones are not. This one is yellow. I'm just not sure what any of this means. So let's get on the road, because the thing I'm debating about is if I have to drive through all of these nodes on the way there, this might be a very long episode. I might actually try to split it into two. However, if I can just jump straight to C5 and just get up in there real quick, this could be a quick episode. But I just don't know what the node graph is telling me here. So, hey, Sarah, if you ever watch this and you want to explain to me how that node graph works, I would love to understand it. So I'm going to start my engines and get on the road. So for those of you who are new, like I think King Reginelli showed up in the chat asking about this game. This is Pacific Drive. This is a relentlessly first-person game about exploring an exclusion zone, similar to the Chernobyl exclusion zone in Stalker. Only it's not Chernobyl, it's the Pacific Northwest. There's a similar kind of like reality-bending anomaly going on everywhere. And so you're trying to penetrate through all this stuff and ultimately find a way to escape. There's something special about your car. There's something special about this whole situation. And you're trying to unravel the mysteries of this place in order to eventually get out, because you're trapped inside. And so that's the basic gist. Right now we're going on this mission, which it's about getting inside sort of the most dangerous, scariest sort of inner area for the very first time. Okay, so it looks like the node graph here It's different from what we saw on the wall. These areas here are highlighted. And it looks like, okay, so if I go here, that might be my quickest way up. Though actually, no, this is just as quick. So now we have to decide, okay, which of these areas do we want to go into? Which dangerous one? So this one's got puncture probability, which I assume means I'm having to replace a lot of tires, and virulent acid, and a swift storm. That sounds annoying. What about this? This is no second chances? What does no second chances mean? Corrosive waterways and a swift storm. Let's look up no second chances. Where is that? No second chances. Here it is. While sometimes it's possible to find and retrieve things lost after a near-death emergency return, you won't be able to do so here. Oh, okay. So if I sort of get killed, which actually doesn't kill me, it just sends me back with a busted car, usually there's a certain amount of stuff you can bring with you on that failure. But in this case, I won't get that. That's okay. I've only actually had a full-on failure once in the game, and so maybe I won't worry too much about that. And this has got corrosive waterways. Waterways are often avoidable. I don't know if they're avoidable here. So, yeah. And, well, okay, so actually, one thing I haven't done is I have not brought my water wheels with me. You've got special tires you can put on that make you better in water. I didn't bring them with me, and so maybe, since this is saying we'll be avoiding water, maybe that's just endorsing that choice. So, yeah, so I think let's go to G1, and maybe this won't take as long as I feared it would. Well, unless we have to do a little interruption mission. That's fine. Whatever. So I did do, I think, a little bit of scavenging and preparing between the last episode and this one. So I'm not hurting for supplies. So I don't necessarily need to try to stop everywhere and grab every opportunity to stock up. I can drive past things. Now, if I see something particularly valuable, like, for instance, plasma, I might stop to grab something like that. But otherwise... Whoa, well, that is a barrel in the middle of the road. Who left that there? So yeah, this game is relentlessly diegetic in first person. I manually turned on those windshield wipers, for instance. And things like those windshield wipers will often turn on by themselves if you encounter certain anomalies out here. And so actually giving you more like little interactions with your car is kind of, it's a nice and very intentional part of the game design, because it means that there's more things for them to screw with when they're trying to make your car feel like it's malfunctioning. So if I'm not really trying to stop and scavenge anything, this should be a pretty straightforward trip through this map. Maybe just a nice way to sort of like get myself reacclimated to the controls. I did try to grab this on my Steam Deck. And I tried that, and I think the performance was just a little shifty, and the controller, as a controller, the Steam Deck is just a little bit harder to use than the PlayStation controller I'm using right now. So I wasn't super in love with it. I think I might still... so one struggle I've been having, though, is like whenever there's a mission that I'm particularly interested in streaming, and it's my next mission that I want to do, I end up feeling like, oh, well, I just can't play the game now. And so I end up not playing the game for a week, which is kind of the situation I'm in now. I played a little bit right after the last episode, and then no more for the rest of the week. And so one thing I might do is just install it on my PC, so I can just play it as much as I want without interfering with this playthrough, and sort of the opportunity to stream it with you guys. So King Reginelli asks, says, this game looks cool. Are there bad survivors in this game? So no. Oh, hey, look, an audio tape. We're going to go grab that real quick. Like I said, I'm not going to go after, you know, like just random scavenging right now, but I think it does make sense for me to go after rare collectibles and particularly valuable things like energy. So I'll be, oh, gosh. Okay, so I was trying to dodge around. These little purple puddles, those will pop your tires. So I'm trying to dodge around those, even at the cost of hitting other things. The green stuff is radiation. But yeah, and this guy, that guy's a bad survivor. That guy wants to grab my car and steal it. So King Reginelli, no, there are not any humans out here that are dangerous. There's no, like, for instance, combat. There's no, like, gunplay or anything like that. What you're dealing with is anomalies and these sort of, like, automated feeling dangers that manifest out here. So the little flying saucer guys. There's little spiky bunnies that attach themselves to your car and make it malfunction or damage it in various ways. These guys try to steal your car and drag it in some random direction. So there's all kinds of stuff that go wrong. There's corrosive things like these radiation spots that I'm passing by. So there's lots of dangers you can hit with. So this is a very intimidating place to play, but just not for the reasons that a lot of other games are intimidating. Like so that is one way that it's not like Stalker. Because, Stalker is very focused on, the human dangers. In addition to sort of the anomaly type dangers. Oh, gosh. I didn't realize I could be grabbed by I thought the abductors only like to grab my car. I didn't know they would grab me. All right.
How do you force 100,000 people out of their homes without facing major resistance? Even if you're the United States government, facing down what's being peddled as the greatest threat our nation has ever faced, the answer is, you don't.
This is Frequency File, Episode 3, The Human Cost.
So yeah, you're collecting these podcasts that explain some of the background of the story.
Last episode, I reported all the cold, hard facts I could get my hands on. If you missed that episode, here's the summary. There wasn't much. Now,
We jump tracks to the stories of the people, to knit together old records and eyewitness accounts to form some fabric of the true story. Whoever's job it was at ARDA to suppress stories did a really good job. What they did to keep that sheer number of people from talking, and then to smear
the stories that did come out was a masterstroke of obfuscation. Unfortunately for ARDA, the cases that made it all the way to court became public record. And the facts were these. ARDA played nice at first with a generous relocation package. We offered cold, hard cash and built sprawling housing complexes in nearly every state to resettle the former residents. These new communities were built as idyllic, white picket-fenced neighborhoods where you were sure to be surrounded by all-American families who shared your same values, while enjoying the benefits of government-subsidized grocery stores, school districts, and manicured public parks. Not a bad deal for the looks of things. When it came to the holdouts, the people who wouldn't leave for any amount, things got ugly. But in the end, the government won out, as it always does. And while the government has the sovereign right to seize private property, the Fifth Amendment mandates just compensation be paid for it.
but it doesn't specify when or how this compensation be made, and many dissenters ended up with nothing through good old loopholes and bureaucracy, some of whom are still pursuing their claims to this day. But the chilling thing is, those left with empty pockets consider themselves lucky. There's a saying they mutter amongst themselves under their breath, that at least they had the luck to not live in Sierram.
So, I realized that I needed to actually bring some light with me if I wanted to be able to see my way up into this building. There's probably nothing going on in this building, but... Oh, there we go. I was trying to open the door and there was no door, but I couldn't see that. Alright, yeah, so it looks like there's nothing too exciting around here. We've got a transmuting machine that can make gas out of rubber, but I don't need that. I've got a couple things I can grind up here. Well, because she was talking, I didn't explain a little bit of what was going on there. So that golden ball of energy that I picked up, that's called an anchor. It's part of what's making, in this, like, chaotic, anomaly-ridden place. It's part of what's making some parts of the... Hey, don't steal my car. It's part of what's making, like, this little bubble of reality actually a little bubble of stable reality. And so by removing it, I've kind of implicitly made the place a little bit more dangerous. I don't think they really reinforce that all that heavily. Usually when you steal one of those, like, a couple of the nearby anomalies get worse, to sort of reflect the fact that you've altered this place's ability to remain stable. But that's kind of it. I'm trying to drive over these rocks and it's not working. Okay, fine. So yeah, looking at my map, it looks like there's a regular old road off to the right. I'm just trying to get to it because I managed to drive myself so deep into the forest. I actually meant to just go out to the road again as soon as I was done grabbing that anchor, but I took kind of a little bit of a wrong turn in the forest and ended up not where I intended to be. But okay, let's go over here because these little installations here. Let me light it up. These little installations are a really good source of valuable resources. Like I said, I'm not stopping at every single place, but any kind of radiation protection that you want is fueled by the lead platelets that you can get out of here. That's just scrap metal, so that didn't give me any lead platelets. This one probably will. Oh, what is the... Hey, did you just... That guy just stole my scrapper. Hey, give that back. Oh wait, no. He didn't take my... He just took my... Did he... Oh, was my scrapper just out of fuel? Maybe it just happened to die. I'm actually not sure. So these guys... I mean, that guy definitely at least stole my light. Because that's what he moved across the world, and that's what I was able to chase. I think he might have also stolen the tool out of my hand that I was using to grind this stuff up. But I'm genuinely not sure if that's what he did or not. Here, I'm gonna stick... Well, I'm gonna try to... Hold on. Stick that right there, where it belongs. Okay, it looks like the sun is starting to come up, but it's still pretty dark. Let's, put another light out here. So yeah, I think there's a chance that he really did steal my scrapper. So there's a chance that I just destroyed my scrapper coincidentally at the exact time he showed up. But it's also possible that he stole it, he dropped it, but when I ran out there to find it, I just couldn't see it on the ground. Okay, it looks like he just stole my light again. So you know what? Maybe this is a bad place for me to be scavenging. Maybe I should stop doing this. But I need these lead platelets so much. They're good for making batteries. They're good for making radiation protection. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Let's go to the car. So, it's a tradition when I play this game for me to talk really big about how I'm going to not scavenge every single thing that I see at the beginning, and then to still stop and scavenge every single thing that I see. So you might be seeing a little bit of that tendency right now. Where I just could not pass up the opportunity to grab lead platelets, even though... Oh, gosh! Oh, dang it. I thought I was dodging one of those little puncture patches, but it turns out there were two of them, and I hit the other one. So one of my tires has gone out. So before we progress to the next area, because the next area might be super dangerous, we should get out and fix my tire. So this is a lot of actually what's fun about this game, is that your car is like heavily componentized. It's made out of pieces that can individually get messed up and screw up your whole deal. Oh, I forgot, yeah. The reason I didn't bring water tires is because I've got all-terrain tires. They're not as good in water as water tires, but they're also not as bad as every other tire, and they're not as specialized. So while water tires are kind of bad everywhere else, but good in the water, these tires are good everywhere. They're just good enough everywhere. And so if we do need to drive around in water, we can. Might still be a bad idea in the places where the water's corrosive. But let me quickly, because I did lose my scrapper, let me just get a new scrapper queued up so the next time it breaks, I'm all ready to go. And just, inventory management is fun. All right, anyway. Okay. so that was our first area. Now our second area, this is going to be a dangerous one. So that first road was really easy. That second area was a little annoying because those guys were stealing my stuff. This one, all the water's corrosive. The storm is going to start. And you haven't seen a storm yet. So basically the way it works is each of these areas that I'm going through has got a specific exit that I'm trying to get to. And if I don't get there fast enough, there's a storm that starts. It's centered on that thing. When I say storm, think like a Fortnite storm or like a, PUBG storm. There's a storm that starts and like the circle contracts on that exit. So you basically end up racing towards that exit to get to it. Now, that storm is actually really slow and it usually takes a long time to start. In this area, it's still going to be slow, but it's going to start almost immediately. So I'm always racing against the clock. In the final area, there is no exit, and I actually have to spawn a teleporter in order to go, and that teleporter triggers a fast version of the storm. And so it gets really, really hair-raising trying to get out. So one thing I'm going to need to avoid water in this area, and I'm going to need to make really quick progress so that I don't get caught in the storm. The storm, if you do get caught in the storm, it's just heavy radiation, which is basically it's a constant health decrement until you get out of it. So, there are definitely more dangerous things out there, but still, we should be careful. Because, for instance, if you hit another anomaly and need to repair your car, but you're in the middle of the storm and the radiation is constantly killing you, that's where you start to get in trouble. Inside your car, you're normally protected from radiation unless your car gets worn down enough that its protection falters. So we're going to want to... So that final teleporter, in order to open it, you need to have enough of that anchor energy, the stuff that I got from that globe. Now, it looks like I've already got enough, which is good. And so it's just... It would be helpful for me to get this because as a resource, this is really valuable. And it looks like there's water around it, but it's not that bad. Okay, so, and these little diamonds, by the way, these are places where if I get in trouble and I want to leave, instead of going out the normal exit, if I want to just leave early, I can also trigger a teleporter at one of these places. This means I can't trigger this one because I'm too close to it. You have to trigger a teleporter from far away, which means you have to have that final race to get into it, which is kind of fun. So we're going to try to avoid the water, but still get to this central spot over here, where there is some unstable energy. Unstable energy is more valuable to me than the stable energy I collected in the previous area, because it's just, basically I've unlocked most of the stuff that you can spend stable energy on in the sort of tech tree, and so I want to collect some unstable energy so that I can unlock fancier stuff. I'll also be on the lookout for rare resources. There's a few different ones you can get out here. You can get like marsh eggs from certain infected cars. There are these things that grow in the water, which means I'm probably not going to get them. That are, what is that stuff hanging in the air? Okay. I don't know what that is. It just took a part of my, that's a piece of my car. Isn't it? Give that back. Hold on. And it's something. Something is making my car malfunction. Okay, hold on. Getting out of here. Oh, yeah, this is my... Okay, why am I jumping? It took a panel off my car. Where was this installed? Is it here? Is it... No? Is it... Oh, it's my hood! They stole my hood! Okay, let's get back in the car and start moving. Okay, he's weirdly close. Get away from me. Oh, this energy source, it's not unstable energy. It's the next more valuable type of energy. It's corrupted energy. That's exciting, actually. Originally, I thought I was going to have to wait to get into the deep zone before I could get any corrupted energy, but no, you can get it in earlier areas. Okay, there's all these, like... Okay, there's so many saw blades around here. I think these things are called can openers? There's so many can openers. I'm really nervous about where I drive. The can openers stay on specific paths. So as long as you stay off their paths, you're fine. But you have to know where their paths are. They make sort of a red glow in the ground. Oh, that alarm. which you can hear from anywhere, which is really nice. You don't have to be in your car for it. That alarm is telling me that the storm is about to start. So, good timing. Wait, why is... Oh, right. Okay. So, we're going to get on the road again. Hopefully avoid the can openers. Oh, what's this guy? Oh, that... Okay. That glowing guy that I just passed, he causes my car to malfunction. For instance, playing the radio, which I'm going to turn off now. Okay, my battery's doing fine, so I'm going to leave the headlights on just in case they add to my visibility here. Now, these guys, these are the things that I was saying normally grow in the water, and so I didn't think I was going to get any of these. These are swamp coral, and they're a resource that you can use to, like, make upgrades and things like that back at your base. And actually, sometimes these guys are shy, and they retract when you try to harvest them. Like, you just saw, like, these guys just appeared. Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay. So some of them are shy and some of them aren't? Or do they just start being shy after you've picked a few? I'm not sure quite what the rules are yet. By the way, you'll notice at the top of the screen, I've got 2.5k whatever units of radiation. That means that my health is going down slowly. I think that I've actually got some, I've got some upgrades that protect me a little bit from radiation. So my health isn't going down as quickly as it would have before I got those upgrades, but it's still going down. So I'm going to want to have a snack to heal once I get into the car after this. But having a bunch of swamp coral, well, if I can get my hands on it, is going to be valuable to my progression. So when it's shy, you have to sort of wait for it to have recently come out, and then you can grab it. Okay, yeah, so this recently came out. Oh, nope. You come out. Yeah, there you go. Once it comes out, it's kind of stuck for a sec. And then you can harvest a bunch of it. Come on, one more. Health is at 72%. I'm sure I'm fine. Am I missing any more? Oh, there's a little bit more over here. And, oh, not quite as stable. Yeah, I wonder what the rules are. Like, what makes some of these shy and some of them not? I wonder if it's just random? I guess I can just wait around, but... Yeah, the more of this I can get, the better off I am. Hopefully you find it relaxing to watch me just scavenging random flowers. But yeah, this is what makes this a really good, just sort of vibing game for me. The fact that, you know, yeah, you get into, like, hair-raising danger quite frequently, but there's also a lot of times where really all you are doing is picking flowers, and it's just kind of nice and relaxing at the same time. Okay, so I'm eating food to recover my health. I've still got the exit marked. There's a storm of some kind coming my way. So the storm is this outer circle that's contracting, but this is a different kind of storm, probably a more intense storm, probably something I want to avoid. So some of the storms that you encounter out here are just regular old weather. Like, they're things like just rain, wind, that sort of thing. But they can also be, like, anomalies. Like, you can have a storm of, oh gosh, like, for instance, like, corrosive stuff. Okay, I was going to get out and try to grab some plasma from that generator that we just saw, but now I am not doing that. I need to get the crap out of here. And I need to do it without accidentally landing in some water. So yeah, this is the kind of storm that you sometimes run into out here. So yeah, I would prefer not to be hit by any globs of corrosive nonsense. Oh, nope. Okay, here we got some corrosive water. And unfortunately, in this storm, the map is harder to read. I think if I go left, it looks like there's some kind of bridge. Or at least the water... Hopefully, I think I think that the road crosses the water, but does it cross the water safely, or does it just dip down into the water? That's the thing I don't know. However, while I'm doing this... Oh, right. I only had the one snack. I put the snacks away at the beginning. I only had the one snack, so I can't actually heal without going outside. Okay, that was a bad plan. Why didn't I put the... Oh, gosh. I do love how you have to kick in your windshield wipers when you get hit by that stuff. But I don't know what I was saying. Where is the... Okay, I can't even see what's supposed to be the road. Okay, here is a road, and there's a guy who steals stuff. I'm gonna... What? Did something... Why did I jump up in the air like that? I'm nervous that something stole a piece of my car, but no. I'm looking at my readout of my car, and I've got all my pieces. And here's the exit. So yeah, we're getting the crap out of here. Even if the next area is more dangerous, I mean, it can't be as immediately dangerous as what we just went through. Okay, so yeah, so here's the area that we're actually targeting for our story mission. Pluff says that I can use the vacuum to harvest the flowers a lot faster. I had not realized that the vacuum worked on things that were still rooted in the world, Pluff. I assumed that the vacuum was only for discarded items, for things that you had already sort of ground up and were on the ground. Knowing that the vacuum can grab the flower petals, and I assume the marsh eggs and stuff like that, that sounds like a game changer. I'm going to keep my eye out for that. Thank you for telling me that. Ploff is our resident expert who's played this game much more than I have, and he's picked up a lot of information. In fact, he's the one who I think recommended that I should stream this mission, because this mission is particularly cool. But because it's a story mission, expect dialogue, which I'll try not to talk during.
You're not the first to try crossing the old wall since the anomaly has moved in. But we'll make sure you're the first to survive. 2 things to keep in mind. First, to get through the old wall, there are 5 crossing points. You need to induce the electrical grid the entire way by driving the car close enough and fast enough along the conductors. You'll see them as you go. Once you jumpstart the grid, Tobias will route the mid-zone power your way, but no induction, no power, no crossing. Second, watch your battery gauge. You will live or die by that thing. Got it? Good. Start by connecting the power grid at the first crossing point. The controls will be up in the observation tower.
Okay, so I've been using this repair putty to fix up my car, because when I got hit by that bit of corrosive, that blob thing, here, I'll just grab that. When I get hit by that corrosive blob thing, it damaged a lot of the components of my car, but the repair putty will individually repair each of them so that they're fine. I'm going to also, you know what, just in case, I don't know what kind of dangers we'll be facing, let's bring in multiple healing items. Drop that in there. Oh, so Ploff says actually the thermal vacuum, which is an upgraded version of the vacuum that I haven't unlocked yet, will actually make the flowers bloom so that you don't have to wait for them to come out. That sounds amazing. Okay. Suddenly I'm motivated to do stuff that I had not tried to do before. Okay, so it looks like, okay, there's a bunch of energy over here. So eventually I want to get over there. It looks like this is going to be my destination, but... Oh, wait, so this has got... Okay, am I going back and forth between different entrances? I'm not quite sure what they're asking me to do here. I mean, we'll focus on this story location for now. And I'm assuming I don't need to turn on the limb shield yet, because I've still got that in my storage. I haven't installed it on the car yet. I assume that she's going to tell me when the right time for that is. Have I seen... I don't know if I've seen that before. Whenever you see a new anomaly, it behooves you to scan it? That's called a devil grinder. Okay. It behooves you to scan it so that you can get information on it, available to you through your logbook. There's some glowing red stuff over there that is making me curious. It's probably nothing, but if it's something I haven't scanned before that I'd benefit from scanning, I kind of want to go over there and see. Or is it part of the whole devil grinder thing? Well, there is a place to search over here. So yeah, so let's scan these things. That's a tour bus. Okay, something actually told me earlier that I needed to scan a tour bus in order to unlock something. So apparently that's a tour bus. Looks like a combination of multiple humans. And there's nothing in here. Okay. But then what is that over there? Never seen that before. Oh no, this is just a transmuter. Just a regular old transmuter, but it's making... have I ever seen that magnet before? I don't think I have. That magnet sign, I think, is for a resource I've never seen before. So I'm kind of inclined to give it all my scrap metal, though I don't think because I have been dodging my opportunities to scavenge, I probably don't have a lot of scrap metal. I know I've got at least one from, like, just eating canned food. That always gives you scrap metal. Okay, yeah, I've got a little bit of scrap metal, so... Let's drive over there so we're not spending all of our time out in the radiation. Okay, Ploff says that's a limb magnet. What is... Wait. Something in my car is busted. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. My fuel can and my battery are both having problems. Oh, crap. Okay, hold on. And I forgot what was this? Oh, an impulse emitter. It's also having problems, too. Okay. Real quick. Well, it's so radioactive out here. But no. But if I'm draining fuel, that's a problem. That's an emergency problem I have to fix right now. So we need this, right? I'm assuming. Let's have a look. Yep, we had a leak. So that's a problem we needed to solve. Our backseat battery has also got something wrong. It also needs a sealing kit. Okay. So yeah, all of my resources are having problems here. That's disabled, needs an electrician's kit. I said electrician's kit. Did I not grab it? Is this not an electrician's kit? This is an electrician's kit. Why can't I? Oh, I just hit the wrong button, that's all. All right. Anyway. Okay, we fixed up some bits of our car, but, I mean, we're not in the best shape right now. Actually, okay, you know what? We do have fuel in the tank. We do have battery life. Not as much as I'd like, but I'm not just going to stand out here in the radiation worrying about it. Let's get over here to that transmuter. See how much scrap metal it takes for us to... Okay, I don't want to touch those tour buses. They look highly explosive, is what they look like. So yeah, let's put a bunch of scrap metal in here and see what happens. Ooh, 4 limb magnets, a resource I've never seen before. That actually, that feels pretty cool. Normally these transmuters don't feel all that special to me. Like the rate at which they transmute stuff is often not very high. But that felt cool. Okay, okay, hold on. I am going to see what happens if I flare gun this guy. Okay, yeah, a bunch of cascading explosions. And it busted this up for me. Okay, cool. Good to know. Let's get back in the car. I'm dying of radiation poisoning. Okay, let's actually fix ourselves up a little better than usual. So now, okay, I'm still trying to move forward to get to my destination. These red bubbles, though, have I already scanned those? Do I need to scan those? Just real quick. Resource. Beach ball? Hand vac? Oh, if I use the vacuum on this, what happens? Oh, what? Oh, and it actually has... Wow, it gave me an entire piece of a car. Oh, wait, the red balloons... Okay, so there is this red balloon resource, but they also just have random crap in them. That's neat. Yeah, I don't need a steel panel. Now, okay, there's a thing in there. What happens... Now, I don't want to walk into this devil's whatever, but if I blow that up, does it do anything? I really want to scavenge that. But what happens if I step into this? Explosives crate? Okay, so yeah, it's bad for me to step in there, but I just got more new resources I've never seen before. By the way, Pluff, yeah, I'm glad that you brought up the value of the hand vac. Because I'm getting a lot of use out of this thing all of a sudden. Oh, inventory full. Okay, well, let's take care of that. Sorry, I said, you know, the main thing I was here to do was, you know, follow the sort of the mission instructions. But now I'm actually kind of, I'm getting distracted by resources. But I don't even know, I don't even remember something in the game calling for red balloons. So, like, I don't even know what they're for. I know what this is for. Okay, yeah, so the Pluff, I've been wondering, like, for me, I've been assuming so far that the hand vac was really similar to fast searching in State of Decay 2, which is just like, hey, you can pick things up faster if you want to, but if you don't value your own time, as, you know, almost by definition, most gamers don't, it feels silly to have, like, just something that's just a speed difference, you know? And, oh, inventory full. Wait, can I rearrange my stuff so that I can fit? That is the biggest dumpster pearl I've ever seen. Dumpster pearls are cool. They're basically like little loot boxes. Like, you take them home and you grind them up, and they turn out to be full of valuable stuff. I accidentally touched a thing that exploded. So yeah, so I thought the hand vac was just a time saver thing. And I was like, I don't value my time, so, you know, it's fine. But no, they actually have a very specific utility that I didn't understand. Okay, it says flip the switch in the tower to turn on the circuit. How nervous should I be about, like, what's about to happen? Oh, but actually, let's check our gas gauge. Okay, so I know that this challenge is mostly about electricity, but because I sprung a leak in my fuel tank, I'm pretty nervous that it would be really funny to go through the whole, like, electricity challenge and have my actual problem. No, wait. I meant to, what did I do to do? This. To have my actual problem be running out of gas. So, I'm going to dump some more gas in here, just to be safe. Oh yeah, so Pluff is telling me that there's other sort of fringe benefits of using the hand vac that I might not have realized. For instance, there's certain things that I can obtain with the hand vac that I couldn't obtain by grinding. Like those little purple lights that show up next to some of those, like, LED paneling installations. Those, okay, I am going to install the thing. Apparently you can actually get the actual light bulbs out of those. Instead of having to grind them up into their component parts. Okay, so now I've got the shield. Oh, assign Yes, assign it as an ability. So when you install a piece of equipment that you're intending to use, you have to actually assign it to a slot so you can activate it. So the limb shield, for instance, is going to be on the triangle button. So this is a thing that drains battery life in order to heal me, which is great as a backup plan. This is my emergency brake, which I've got on X, and this is my resource radar, which if I was here mostly to gather resources, I'd be using this all the time. And now that I know there's a bunch of new resources I've never used before, I'll be using it more on future trips. So it says that there's a switch in the tower that I need to pull. I guess it's this. Is there anything else I want? That just turns explosives into rubber. No thanks. Rubber into explosives, I'd be tempted. Explosives into rubber doesn't seem that valuable. I mean, unless just the volume is really high. Okay, let's flip the switch. Because I just don't know what's going to start a timer or whatever.
There are old shuttle stops at each crossing point. Use them to recharge your battery and hope they're still in working condition after all these years.
Okay, real quick, let me make sure. It occurred to me that there was energy that I saw out here. Okay, the next energy node is actually through the wall. Okay, so I'm supposed to... Okay, Pluff, talk me through this. I need to drive through this, and then there's something that's going to be trying to damage me, and so I have to kick in my shield, but the shield is going to be draining my battery, so I also need to hit something to charge my battery up. Is that how this works? Because I don't feel like... I mean, am I supposed to just sort of figure it out as I go? Have they told me what they intended to tell me about this? Okay, so this is charging... Is this charging my battery? Or is it hurting me? Okay, I didn't do anything. I didn't trigger the shield. I did take damage. I didn't trigger the shield. I don't think it affected my battery at all. Unless that stuff charges the shield and not the battery? I'm not sure I understand what's happening here. Okay, we've got some corrupted energy over here. I kind of want to go after that. It's in the Devil Grinder, so I gotta be careful. Come on, pick it up. Pick it up, you jerk. All right. Oh, looks like I've got a busted headlight. I didn't... Wow, something is catapulting me into the air. That's not good.
A little too slow on that one. Try again, driver.
Oh, he said a little too slow on that one. Does that mean I need to continuously make this entire run without stopping? Do I need to back up? Okay, so Ploff is telling... Oh, wait, no, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so Ploff is telling me that my Okay, so my car did take some damage from the grinders. And Ploff is telling me the shield protects me from the grinders. And these lightning bolts charge my battery. So, okay, so let's turn on the shield. So that's protecting me from the grinders, but it's sucking my battery life a lot. So I've just turned it off. Okay, so apparently... So do I need to do the whole thing again?
Lost the connection. Speed up and you got it.
Okay, I don't quite understand what I'm doing. Let's recover from some of the damage that we've taken. So I think it was mostly to my back doors. And to my health, apparently. Because it's radioactive out here. Okay, so apparently, so do I just need to... So I'm basically following a checkpoint path is what we're doing here. from what I can tell. So I'm going to keep this stuff. Let's heal up again real quick. So I want to make sure I'm all prepared. Oh, and actually, another way to make sure I'm prepared, just one last thing before we go. Let's grab our plasma charger and charge up our battery as much as we can. So let's start with our battery at maximum. And with our health at 90%. Okay, so we're going to drive through this. And I'm going to be looking at my map, see, and okay, so that orange circle up ahead of me, that's my next destination. So I'm just going to try to drive through all of that stuff. And I'm going to use my shield to avoid the grinders. And then those lightning strikes are going to charge my shield. Okay, we're going to try this. Now that I think I kind of understand it, we're going to try it and see what we can do. All right, so here we go. Kick in the shield. But there's no chargers here anymore. And I'm wondering if I only get one shot at the chargers. Okay, so my battery's at 91.5 right now. 91.4. So I don't feel like it's really... These lightning strikes don't feel like they're charging me. Am I crazy? Am I going the right way? Wait. Was I supposed to do this? Am I doing it right? I feel like I'm not doing it right. I feel like I'm just following a road. Oh, there's a green light right there. Is that a thing I need to do?
Tobias, how's the power routing?
Well, the neighbors are complaining about the flickering lights, but I told them to light some candles and sit tight.
Francis?
Levels are good, holding steady.
Oh, here's a charging station.
Circuit complete. Keep it up, driver.
Okay, so can I charge here for just a second? All right, let's say we can charge here for just a second, but then I'm going to move on. I would love to stop for resources here, but it sounds like maybe there's a problem if I do. So turning on my shield again. Driving through all this stuff some more. Okay, there's a yellow light. Oh, but now it turns green because I hit all those little checkpoints?
Tobias. The power supply is wavering. I'm working on it. A local battery farm is putting up a fuss. She hasn't been taxed like this in a while, but I'm easing her into it. Don't worry.
Ah. Wait, which way am I going now? I've lost my sense of direction. Is it to the right? I think it's to the right. Alright, I've toggled the shield off. Okay, there we go. Okay. I think I'm getting the hang of this.
Battery farms 1 through 3 are reporting total power drain. They're spent.
How long to recharge?
Could take up to a day. Oh, I got this.
Okay, turning on my shield again. Because it got dangerous. Turning off the shield. Because I'm not detecting my battery getting positively affected by any of this. Unless it's these chargers that we're meant to use to charge the battery. Okay. So I was getting the impression that the gold things that were striking me with lightning were supposed to be the things charging my battery.
Oh, shit.
But they're not.
Total power loss on stations 9 to 15. I'm on it. Oh, shit.
Get that power back up. The gate at the final
These are the...
crossing
Oh,
point won't
whoops.
open without it.
I'm rerouting power.
I thought I was returning right there.
Easy. Too much and you'll blow out your control center.
Too little and the entire array is going down. We have no choice.
Okay, yeah, so those golden lightning sources, those are not the things that are charging my battery. Those are the things that I'm triggering in order to make the lights turn green and open the barricades. That's what these things are. And so they're like the checkpoints on my race. I have to try to hit all of them. Oh, gosh.
Battery farm 6 cores overloaded. I'm shutting down. We can't lose the remnant. I won't let it go.
Okay, so I knew that something was supposed to be charging my battery. And when I saw that these things were lightning, I assumed that they were it. That was where my mistake was. I wonder if I could get out and repair real quick.
Francis, I need you back at the control board.
Not now, Offie.
The minute Tobias reroutes that line, you need to push the connection. Miss it by a split second and we lose the entire power grid.
Almost ready.
What else is busted? My headlights.
Francis, it's now or never.
I'm rerouting the grid now. I'll be ready for you.
Okay, sorry everybody. Just making sure that car's in decent shape. Okay. I especially just didn't want my shield to break. Okay. Triggering shield again. Yeah, so the deceptive thing was, I knew something had to charge my batteries. I thought that these lightning things were supposed to be it, and so I wasn't taking them seriously as checkpoints. And so they're checkpoints, I'm hitting them, but then there are those charging stations that are the same familiar charging stations that I've been seeing everywhere in the game so far. There's nothing special or different about those. But because I saw these little golden lightning things first, before I saw that there was an actual charging station, I assumed these guys were the charging stations. So I think what I would probably have done, or like at least the thing that would have helped me, is if there was one of those traditional charging stations
Give us a signal,
right at the
Tobias.
beginning,
Tobias?
to make
Stay
sure I
with
understand
us.
what's a charging station and what's not.
Friends. Well, what do you know? One time, I cried myself out of things to say. Bobby, take care of him for me. Tobias!
Okay, charging station? Hold on.
Francis, I love you forever. I love you forever.
Is this not working? Oh, okay. It did just come on, I guess?
Power's back online. Francis, now!
Tobias, answer me. Tobias, answer me.
Don't do it! You can't go out there! Driver, the power's holding steady. You can open that final gate.
Can I, though? Oh, open the door from the observation tower. Oh, okay. Let's do that then, I guess. By the way, I feel bad that I was not able to really emotionally engage with whatever was going on with those two characters on the radio. Because I've just been, like, trying to figure out what the crap was going on with me. Wait, ooh, backpack. Anything else I want? Nope, everything else is cool. Ah! Oh, so the Ploff said that he actually believed that those little golden stations were charging the battery, but they might have been doing it just for him, because Ploff runs with a lightning rod on his car. And so lightning effects actually do charge his battery, whereas my car does not have a lightning rod. And so that wouldn't happen for me. That also, yeah, kind of explains something. So it's good to run with a lightning rod in that mission, I guess. Wait a minute. There was a bunch of energy on the map. I didn't realize it was leaving. I wanted to get the energy. Ah. That's frustrating. There was just a big pile of energy on the map, and I had it in my head that, like, after I did whatever the last thing they asked me to do was, I could just go get it. But no, I drove right through the exit and didn't get to pick up the energy. Oh, well, whatever. I guess it's just more excuses for me to run around and scavenge in this game. There are other sources of energy, which I'm going to grab first before I go after the story mission. Though actually, before I do that...
The entire area got scramble and instability. I'm afraid, Tobias.
I told you. I told you, didn't I? We weren't ready. We should have planned it better. We should have known.
We did the best we could.
No, do not give me that. If we had, he'd be here with us.
I'm sorry, but we've got to help the driver.
Don't you dare. What? Is this how you dealt with Alan's death? You put your head down and let work fill the gaps?
Actually, that's precisely what I did. And you'll recall the breakthrough in self-healing materials that I made that year.
Oh, well, good for you. I'm sure Alan would have been very proud of you using his death that way.
You know what? That whole pep talk I gave you before to convince you to go through with it. That's precisely the same crap Alan would tell me all the time. It's worth the sacrifice. Stay late, don't worry about me. Finish your work, then we can start a family. Always he'd spew that crap.
So why'd you say it to me?
Because he has to have been right. Because if I let myself think he was wrong, then I can't live with that regret. I gave everything for Lim. This is the last thing I'm holding on to for myself. Every single day I still think about how if I had left the zone when we had planned to, I wouldn't have lost Alan. I hoped that Lim Tech was done killing our own. I'm sorry about Tobias.
Tobias was all I had. I need to sign off for a while.
We'll be here when you're ready. Glad you got through, driver.
Power on that stabilizer, and I'll see you back at the garage.
Okay, so this stabilizer is what's going to make it possible for me to start exploring the deep zone. I guess I'm in the deep zone now. I don't know what to look for here. But the first thing I want to do is go after this energy, then that energy. Then I can activate the stabilizer, and then it's probably going to force me to escape at that point. So I used a blowtorch to heal up my car. I think that one of my headlights took enough damage that it's just out. I need to replace it. One thing I might try to do while I'm here is use my resource radar to see if there's anything out here. Well, I guess because this is a story area, maybe they haven't made it the most fruitful scavenging zone. It's mostly about appreciating the weirdness of this area. I mean, it's weird realizing that I think I'm outside. Like, it looks almost like I'm inside some kind of mega structure, but this is an exterior, I'm pretty sure. I wonder if they forced this to be at night, or if this is something that you could, like, by chance, I could have encountered this in the day. Okay, we do have some resources over here. Kind of down the hill to the left. Is this... Okay, yeah. You know what? I just want to see. I mean, I'm not seeing anything particularly scary or weird here, but I want to come down to this, like, set of kind of normal, searchable things and just see if they're any different in the deep zone. So let's grab a flare. Oh, so no, this car is absolute garbage. So nope, nothing there. This style of car is usually a little bit better, mostly because it's got like fancier components on it. Specifically, I like these armored panels because each of them carries like one little rare resource. So we'll pick all this stuff up in a minute. This is what I thought the hand vac was mostly for. It's just making it convenient to not have to like manually go and pick up everything. I just grind up everything first. I just move. Just grind up everything first. and then vacuum it all up. I'm grabbing normal stuff like tires too, just because, you know, I did take enough damage to my car that I'm a little bit worried that I might need to replace some components at some point. So getting some like regular ass resources is actually probably a good idea at this stage. Just in case, because I don't know how weird things are going to get once I trigger the thingy. Once I trigger the anchor thing, the stabilizer. So this is a fuel truck. I thought it was going to be a box truck. Well, it's not. Actually, having a fuel nozzle here wouldn't be a bad thing. Let me let's go bring the car over. So the Pluff says that he's not actually sure if the mission is forced to be at night. I mean, certainly the mission seems like it would be easier to follow at night, right? Because, you know, everything that you're trying to worry about, like from the hazards to the checkpoints, everything glows. So yeah, let's refuel. Everything glows, and so if it's at night, it's going to be easier to keep track of it all. And so I could see them forcing the mission to be at night. But he says it definitely, he's been back to these core areas multiple times, and they definitely do have a day-night cycle. You can see them at different times a day. All right, fully gassed up. I love finding trucks like this. Okay, anyway, and there's, I mean, I guess, you know what, I'm not going to worry about other stuff. Because, well, if I go ahead a little bit to the right, there's some kind of structure that direction on the map. Oh, wait a minute. Is there a leak in my tank again? Hold on. Yep, there's a leak in the tank. Man, you gotta monitor this stuff like crazy. No, not the door. Yeah, the backseat tank is really great. It really expands your fuel capacity, but your regular fuel tank never springs leaks. And that backseat tank does it all the time. So it gives you more fuel capacity, but it also gives you another thing you have to worry about. Okay, so there's a structure over here. I just wanted to see, is there anything special about this room? It looks a little different from other places that I've been, but yeah, it's just got regular old resources in it, it looks like. Yeah, nothing too special. Is that? Nope. All right. Let's drop off stuff in the trunk. Get back on the road. Go get that energy. So, okay, if I just go forward and then head left when I hit the road, we'll be back on track. Now we can follow our objective marker again. So Ploff is saying that the deep zone has got an anomaly that it can have called concrete rain, and he says I should look forward to that. Yeah, that sounds amazing. All right, there is a bunch of dangerous stuff right here. If you're not familiar with the game, if you just tuned in, it might not look that dangerous. Oh, well, for one thing, it's radioactive here. That's not great. That makes magnets too. Hold on. Let's grab, I want to get no, not explosives. Grab as much of this as I can. Put it in here. That makes a fair number of magnets. These usually have a capacity, and eventually they'll stop. Okay, yeah, there we go. That last little bit, it didn't convert. Okay, and now I've still got a little bit of health left. Okay, Electricity's trying to murder me. More electricity. There we go. Dodge the one bolt. And then knock this out. And now that we've knocked it out, the tower's no longer attacking. So let's grab the plasma. Oh, there's another one over here. And let's grab some light. I realize my health is ticking down. Oh, this requires... Do I have an electrician's kit in my pocket? I don't. That requires electrician's kit. So when I see a lock like that, I always think, ooh, fancy lock. There must be something great in there. I don't know if that's actually true. Let's see. Let's see if there's something great in this room. So I'm going to grab my electrician's kit. Open the door. Bunch of regular resources. More regular resources. Regular resources. This thing needs to be pried open, and it's full of regular resources. Okay, yeah, so sometimes the locked doors can feel like a little bit of a tease where you're like, ooh, special fancy locked doors, but once you get in there, it's just kind of normal everyday stuff. Wait, was that a... Ooh, it's a balloon. Okay, I realize my health is now at 65. And I should maybe get back to the car. Let's drop stuff off in here. That was pretty fruitful. Even if a lot of it was just regular old resources. Let's eat an MRE. Get back in the car. All right. So I still haven't even gotten to the intersection with the... I'm just screwing around. I've gotten nowhere near where I'm trying to go. So I thought I was actually pretty close to where I was going to be getting that energy, but nope. Big pipes in the road? Okay. Okay, I was looking for a purple or reddish tower. Oh, I think I see it in the background. Okay, but before we go, these things are often a good source of loot. Map. Okay, yeah, so I should expect it to be off the road to the left. I think that's where I did see something. It's like... I don't know if I want to get the car off the road so far. So I think I might want to just run it. So running this can be dangerous, because this stuff is radioactive. And so you gotta hold on to it while it's dosing you. And also because it can trigger anomalies to get more excited. Something bad might be happening to your car while you're not there yet. Okay, that kind of worked. I'm gonna have another MRE. I'm just sitting here stuffing my face because of all the radiation. You know, radiation famously makes you very hungry. Okay, I'm hearing weird splotchy sounds. That's weird. Alright, so we've got that. So let's reverse course, head up this way, grab that other energy source. I'm trying very hard not to hit any of the tourists because they explode. I guess I could have, because it was feeling dangerous, I could have kicked in my limb shield just for a sec. So yeah, Coalition, thank you for giving me the time warning. I have been doing this for an hour and 15 minutes now or so. I don't remember how long I waited before I actually started the episode, but it's definitely over an hour. So I think if we were going extremely over an hour, and if we were only if we hadn't even gotten to the main mission yet, I would probably be cutting it in half. But because we're kind of doing our last stuff in the wake of the story mission, I think it makes sense to just keep going. So I can use my resource radar to figure out if there's anything really special. Oh, looks like there's another... Oh, is this one of those lead shielding sites? Or no, it's just a pneumatic... It's just a pneumatic storage container. So we'll grab whatever's in here. Just boring stuff. Though now that I've actually started progressing the tech tree a little bit more, I'm able to, there are more uses for the boring stuff. For a while, when I was starting to max out the part of the tech tree I had access to earlier on in the game, I was running out of uses for a lot of those regular resources because I didn't need to use them to repair as much, and I just wasn't building any brand new expensive things. Now that I actually do have brand new expensive things to build, those regular resources are more valuable to me than they used to be. There was just sort of a lull period where they were not as useful anymore. Oh, I think I see. Yep, there's the corrupted anchor. Okay, so both of these have been corrupted. So it looks like corrupted anchors show up occasionally in the mid-zone. But it seems like they are the primary type of anchor here in the deep zone, which makes sense. Okay, it's getting radioactive around here. Let's get moving. Okay, so now we're ready to hit the stabilizer. So we're going to backtrack a little bit and then watch for some dirt road entrances. By the way, so the first time I went into the mid-zone, it was not that scary. They deliberately sent me to a very stable area where there wasn't a lot going on. And I got sort of introduced to the types of resources that were there, that sort of thing. Am I right up on the... I think this might be the dirt track I'm looking for. Or... Nope, I'm facing the wrong way. There is a dirt road I'm supposed to follow. I'm having trouble recognizing it. And I think I've missed it. No, I'm on it! Okay, this is the dirt road. Okay, I thought that I was on the regular road and that I'd missed the dirt road, but no, I'm just on the dirt road. Okay, that's cool. Oh, tempted by car, but no. We have been doing this for well over an hour. Not gonna stop. Scavenge every car. I can do that on my own time. Does look like we've got a nice little tower over there that might be worth scavenging. We're getting pretty close to our destination. Okay, this is a fairly stable spot. I do kind of want some plasma. Zap me! Yeah. Here. Kill that. Yeah, 2 plasmas. And some glass, whatever. Plasma, coil. Right, not worrying about getting all the glass. Glass tends to fill up my inventory. So yeah, I will still definitely stop for like very special resources. And plasma is probably the most special resource that appears in the early areas. Okay. Let's avoid the grinder. And I think this is the stabilizer right here. I think my car's in good enough shape. Wait, what's up with my battery? My battery's got some kind of problem again. What is it? What's your problem? Oh, it's not that battery. It's this battery. It's the battery in the back. What's your problem? It needs a sealing kit. It's oxidized, whatever that means. Am I... Okay, I've got one more stack of sealing kits. Stop having problems. Drop that stuff off in there. Put that stuff back in there. And we're going to flip the switch. So I think one of the times that I flipped one of these switches, it immediately triggered the teleportation out of there. And I had to run. So I'm not sure if that's what we should expect here, but let's see. Yep, there's the teleportation. Wait, why did I leave my hood up? Oh, crap. No, not you. All right. So, yeah, we're about to get a megastorm. And unfortunately, the best way to go, well, fortunately or unfortunately, the best way to go is off a cliff. So we're just gonna head straight in this direction. Whoa! Ah! Okay. Well, we're upside down now. So we gotta fix that situation. Let's respawn the car. Yay! All right. Yeah, I see nothing wrong with the decision I made. However, look at that storm. Look how fast it's contracting. The green storm is on us now. It's going to be slowly eroding our vehicle's defenses. We're not that far from the exit, but the red storm is also encroaching, and the red storm is more deadly. You and your car can't really stand the red zone. The car mostly protects you from the green zone, but the red zone is bad news. But we made it. The deep zone crossing. Oh, hey there, Peroxicus. Thanks for joining us. Looks like you got here just at the end of this. We got a bunch of corrupted energy.
Welcome back.
Now we know where the well is, but you're the first to step foot in the deep zone in over 15 years. And I need more time to understand Alan's suppression method. So why don't you stretch your legs and chart the deep zone while you're at it? We'll need to map a way to the well as it is.
So what she's telling me to do is explore. So I really love the way that this works. So at first I had assumed that nodes would just sort of be unlocked by the story or something, but actually you unlock these nodes yourself. You decide where you want to go, and you can go basically anywhere that is adjacent to a place you've already been. Like I've already been to A2. And so that sort of opens the door that I can go out here, I can go out here. And when I go here, for instance, you see these little like lines, these little like sort of arrowed lines that are drawn? That's going to open up new routes into those other nodes. And so sometimes you'll actually see like a node floating out in the distance that you can't get to, but if you explore enough nodes near it, you'll eventually open a route to get there. So that's what she wants me to do, is sort of like explore a lot of these weird areas. And I don't even know like how to read these icons exactly, but we'll figure it out. For right now, I'm not going to make that plan. For right now, well, so yeah, again, I'm not going to make everyone sit through it because they've done it multiple times with me already, but this is going to tell me what my checklist is for how I need to finish stuff up, how I need to fix stuff up before my next ride. It just occurred to me, do I have another leak? Because it said that my tank is only 98% full. Did I just not hold it on long enough? Or what? I don't know. That's weird. But I can charge my battery. That's straightforward. I need to repair one of my headlights. I need to repair the surface of the car. And of course, my favorite thing, I need to ask if the friendly dumpster has got anything for me. Got a coil. That's it. Friendly dumpster knows that I'm pretty accomplished and self-sufficient. He doesn't need to give me that much anymore. But another thing that I can do, well, aside from making the fax machine stop beeping by looking at whatever weird message is in here, That was about a pimple. I don't want to understand it any more than I do. Let's see what kinds of stuff we can unlock now. So, the advanced antenna. It can be activated more times before overheating. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe that means I can take longer trips? Or something. I'm genuinely not sure. Junction restabilizer. Needs more thermoset crystals than I have. So, okay. So, because I have limb magnets, I can get this. I'm not sure what benefit this has. What else do we want to do? So I could increase my locker capacity. Let's see what else. See what else there is. So now that I understand the value of vacuums, I think I want to unlock the better vacuum, and I'll bring one on my next trip. So we've unlocked that with unstable energy. Olympium torch. I don't get enough access to Olympium to use that. And the Liberator, that lets you take entire pieces off other vehicles and install them on yours, but you can't repair them and maintain them, so I mean, that's for emergencies, but I don't really see it being that valuable. Ploff has told me the magnetic hammer is good for getting very late game resources, but I haven't encountered them yet. Reinforced headlights. You know what? Since we just lost some headlights, that actually feels like it's worth the investment, so we'll grab that blueprint. And, ooh, can I afford a fancy new engine? That'll take a lot of corrupted energy. And I don't know if I can actually build the fancy new engine. But if I can, or at least I want to figure out I want to find out what the requirements are, what I need to be looking for to get a fancy new engine. That sounds like one of the most valuable things I could do. Okay, now before I do anything else, I think I do want the advanced antenna. So let's grab that. I'm starting to run out of corrupted energy. I forgot which part of my car was the antenna. Is it... Where do I... Oh, wait. There's a... Oh, this isn't part of my car. This is... Right, I forgot. This is part of the... Part of this building. I need to go up on the roof to install an upgraded antenna. Sorry it's so dark, by the way. Yes, that is a very fancy antenna. Holy crap. We can't really appreciate it because it's so dark, but whatever. So I guess, does that change anything on the map? Can I reach places I couldn't reach before? I'm not sure. Like, these things all have numbers on them. And it makes me wonder, like, do those numbers have to do with the kind of antenna I need to get there? This one looks like it's going to unlock a new node over here. That's unrelated to what I was asking. I'm not sure. Oh, so Pluff says, more antenna charges allow you to mark more destinations or re-roll the effects of junctions more times. I didn't know that there was any re-rolling whatsoever. So, like, when I'm not on this board, but on the version of this where I'm actually planning my route, like in the middle of the zone, I can re-roll stuff? That's a thing? And that uses scanner charges? Okay. Cool. I had no idea. So I thought I was just stuck with whatever conditions were shown there, but apparently not. Apparently, well, there's a whole thing I didn't know about. Okay, I need more marsh eggs for that. More limb chips for this. Anything? Oh, okay. Bioflare gun? I don't know if I need that. Armored panels. I need to find a belching barnacle anomaly. I've still not seen that. Anti-corrosive bumper. Is that... How does that compare to the armored bumper? Health 60 versus health 60. Impact resist and explosion resist versus acid resist. So... I think my bumper might not be the most important thing for me to make anti-corrosive. It might be other parts of the car that I worry more about. Powered bumper. That seems neat. But I need to get an Olympium bumper first, which I'm not ready for. What about this? Gas reservoir. Oh, it's a roof-mounted gas tank. Well, I'm already using my roof for other stuff that I like, so I think I'm not going to worry about that right now. So I think I've grabbed everything that I really want at the moment that I can unlock. So, yeah, I think... I mean, I guess... You know, it's not crazy to grab the magnetic hammer. Because if it is going to be necessary for me to find certain resources or to easily obtain certain resources in the deep zone, then I probably want it now. What does it take to build? Gears, limb magnets, gas cylinders. Okay, so I could make one of these and just have it in case I need it. Thermal vacuum. I think that feels valuable. I'll grab one of those. I think those are the only two new tools. Oh, no, and my engine. New engine. Limb chipped engine. Okay, so I need Olympium. Olympium is the thing that Ploff was telling me I needed that special hammer to get, or like wanted that special hammer to get. Explosives and limb chips are both rare. I think was limb chips something that I build? Yes, I build limb chips, but I use Olympium. So I need just a bunch of Olympium to build the fancy new engine. So I guess that's what I'm on a quest to do now. I want to go out there and find some Olympium. So, okay, so I'm going to repair this car. I'm going to, get it all re-equipped. I'm going to go out and start scavenging again on my own. But I'm not going to make you watch all of that. Let me check out the chat, see what else I've missed. Okay, so Ploff says that I needed to build a special module in order to do the re-rolling thing. And so I haven't built it yet, and that's why I didn't know that re-rolling was a thing. But that's good. So what else are antenna charges used for? Are they used for travel? Like have I just never traveled enough to run out of them? Like when you plan a route, I know that it unlocks multiple routes to get to your final destination. And so could you potentially just explore all of those routes if you have enough antenna charges? But because I haven't been challenging, I've always just taken the most direct route I could. I've never really pushed the boundaries of my antenna charges, so I never really understood the value of them. I don't know. Anyway, okay, yeah, so I think we've wrapped all this stuff up, so let's get out of here. I'm planning on coming back and playing some more Pacific Drive with y'all, so when that is ready, I'll put the link right there. And, yeah, thank you, Ploff, as always, for all of your help scouting ahead of the rest of us and telling us how this game works. I really appreciate it.